Tennessee and New York abortion laws heading in opposite directions.
That New York abortion law that you may have heard about in the last 24 hours, well, we've noticed it getting a lot of talk on social media. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo signing the Reproductive Health Act on Tuesday. It defines abortion as a fundamental right and allows late-term abortions after 24 weeks if the mother's life or health is at risk or the fetus will not survive.
Here in Tennessee, rules have been going the other way, rolling the time limit back to 20 weeks and enacting an amendment stating that nothing in Tennessee's Constitution gives a right to abortion or abortion funding.
Our top story tonight, WATE 6 on Your Side reporter Blake Stevens looking at the laws and the responses on both sides of this issue.
Blake joins us in the studio. So, Blake, what are you hearing?
Well, guys, as you can imagine, this is a very heated issue in our area. Now, in Tennessee, an abortion has to be done by a doctor. In New York now, it can be done by a nurse practitioner, even a physician's assistant. Both states have provisions for post-viability abortions if it impacts a woman's life or her health. For Kimberly Bradford, who volunteers for Planned Parenthood, abortion is a right set by the Supreme Court. She believes the decision should be up to a woman and her doctor alone.
I think the misconceptions here is that somebody's, rolling up to the hospital a week before they're due saying, I don't want this baby anymore, and that's not reality.
Pastor Rich Ellsroad is pro-life, crediting his faith in the Bible and in science.
I think there ought to be compassion for those who find themselves in this position, right? But at the same time, just like other laws, I think we need to protect life. And this is life. For most Christians, this is considered a matter of life and death.
While Bradford respects the other view, she thinks Tennessee is too strict when it comes to abortion access.
I would say that you can believe what you want to believe personally. You can have your religious beliefs, but the idea that your personal belief would impede a woman's right that she has been given and a woman's medical decisions made between her and her doctor isn't fair, and that's not okay.
The key to overcoming this disagreement for this pastor is prayer and compassion.
There have been women in my congregations, I've had two, one in Alabama, and I've been here 25 years, that have had abortions. And we don't ostracize them.
Both Bradford and Pastor Rich believe in a civil discussion on this debate. I should add, the pastor holds a different view if a woman is in danger due to a pregnancy. And a few additional facts about Tennessee. There is a 48-hour waiting period on abortions, and it's illegal in the state to coerce someone into having an abortion. Just a few differences between Tennessee and the other states, guys.
All right, Blake. Now, abortion also an issue on the mind of Tennessee's newest senator, Marsha Blackburn.
Senator Blackburn saying in a statement today, quote, the New York law recently signed by Governor Cuomo is a reminder that we must do all we can to protect the unborn. Blackburn saying that is why the Senate should pass her first bill filed as a senator, which would strip federal funding from organizations that perform abortions, including Planned Parenthood. The state branch of Planned Parenthood argues that none of its clinics here in Tennessee receive those funds.